friends, today I have a recommendations video for you, and this time it is going to be second chance romances. I love second chance romances. I think it's so nice when couples are meant to be together and find their way back to each other. So that's what this list is. I'm going to start off with one that I don't own a physical copy of. I need to get one. I don't know why I don't own this series yet because I love it so much. And that is Nova by Rebecca Yarros. This is book 2 in her Renegade series. The Renegade series is... it's kind of sports romances, but it's like extreme sports. The Renegades are a team of 3 who go around the world and do these like extreme stunts and things like that. So they're on this like worldwide cruise, and somehow Nova is one of the renegades. His like nickname is Casanova. His real name is Landon, and somehow, spoilers, his ex-girlfriend Rachel ends up on the ship that they're going around the world on. So he broke her heart previously, and now that he's seen her again, he is unstoppable in his mission of getting her back. And I love this book. I love this series. All 3 books are so good. The next one is also part of a series. I think it's book 4 in this series, and that is The Duke by Kerrigan Byrne. This is about Imogen, who worked in a tavern to like offset some expenses that her family had developed, and this Duke comes and he buys her for the night, and then she ends up in a marriage of convenience to an older, wealthy man, and after he passes away, she gets a new neighbor, and it's the Duke who she spent the night with. And yes, love this series to pieces. This is in her Victorian Rebels series. I don't know if I actually said that, but a very popular one is Dr. Strangebeard by Penny Reid. This is Roscoe and Simone, who they had like a misunderstanding when they were younger, and so things never developed fully the way they could have. But now they're running into each other again, and things develop the way they should. And it's so nice, so cute, so fun. I love the series. A bit of an emotional one is Say You'll Stay by Corinne Michaels. I was unprepared. This is the first Corinne Michaels book I had ever read. I was unprepared for how emotional her books are. So this is Presley and Zach, and they were together when they were in high school, and Presley joined him at college. He was a couple of years older. She joined him at college, and right after that he entered into the, I think it was baseball, Major League Baseball draft, and left her there. So they broke up. And a husband and I think it was 2 kids later, she is having to move back to her hometown, and she doesn't know that Zach is there as well. Like I said, super emotional. Don't go into Corinne Michaels' books looking for like a happy-go-lucky fun time. There are some funny moments, but a dark romance that I have is Raise by Tilly Cole, the first book in her Scarred Soul series. Mine is a bind-up. That's the only way I could find it. So the Scarred Soul series is... basically, there was this group that was going around kidnapping children and like holding them hostage, or holding them underground and training them to be fighters and making money off of these fights. So, does he escape? Okay, so I'm just going to read the back of it because I don't remember exactly. It's been a couple of years. Conditioned in captivity to become a dangerous weapon, Prisoner 818 is an unstoppable fighter in the ring. Violence is all he knows. After years of incarceration in an underground hell, he has only one thought: get revenge on the man who wronged him. Kisa Volkova is the only daughter of the head of the infamous Red bosses of New York's Russian Bratva. Her father's savage treatment of his rivals and his lucrative underground gambling ring, the Dungeon, ensures that nowhere is safe, even as she dreams of a life away from her virtual prison. One evening, Kissa stumbles upon a tattooed, scarred, but stunningly beautiful homeless man on the streets. Something about him stirs feelings deep within her, familiar yet impossibly forbidden desires. A mysterious, silent man. Kissa yearns for him, craves his touch, the man they call Raise. So that doesn't actually tell you, but it is a second chance romance. There's some things that they figure out in the book. But yes, I adored books 1 and 2 in this series. Book 3 kind of went downhill for me. But that's not the point. I loved the second chance in book 1, Raise. Another pretty emotional one is The Ones Who Got Away by Ronnie Lauren. If shootings or school shootings trigger you at all, this is not the book for you. The Ones Who Got Away is a group of students who survived a school shooting, and 10 years later they come back to do kind of a memorial documentary, and there's lots of feelings, and these two characters, Liv and Finn, they had a secret romance and were unable to be with each other during the shooting and immediately afterwards, and so they split up and they find their way back to each other. And again, super emotional one. This is not a light book. This is a very, very heavy subject matter. As someone who did not go through that situation, thankfully, I don't know if it's represented well, and I don't want somebody who did go through that situation to read this book. I do not recommend it to you if you have. Yeah, I think it's a heavy subject matter, but I think it was done well. I also have the Good Luck Charm by Helena Hunting on this list. This is about Lila and Ethan, who again were basically childhood sweethearts, and then Ethan went off to the NHL. But he's had some issues since being in the NHL, since being professional, and he doesn't really think it until somebody says it after they've already kind of started to try again, but somebody in a blog or a news article or something calls her his good luck charm, and yeah. This one had a lot of funny moments in it. It is a rom-com, but there's a bit of a heavy moment again. A lot of the cover trend makes you think there's not going to be, but there was a bit of a couple of heavy moments in this book as well. The last book that I have on this list is Fall from India Place by Samantha Young. This is in her On Dublin Street series. I don't remember what number it is, 4 or 5. This is Hannah and Marco. Hannah is the younger sister of one of the characters, I think in book 1 or 2. I don't remember which. Marco in that book was her best friend. They end up sharing a night together, hooking up, and he leaves immediately after. These books take place in Scotland. I think he left for New York or Boston or something. He left the country and came to America. But now that they're older, they've met back up, and he is not going to let her. He really regrets letting her slip through his fingers the first time, but there was things that happened, and he had to leave. The On Dublin Street series, highly recommend, but definitely if you're looking for a second chance romance, Fall from India Place. I do think it helped to have read them when they were younger in first or second book, whichever one it was, but I don't think you have to. I think you could definitely pick it up. So those are my second chance romance recommendations. If you have any that you think I should check out, leave them for me down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!